being miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Washington football team. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go bootleg. Love. They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
To throw again on second down. Love. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw now. Here's Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying All is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From just shy of midfield, Love. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here with Perine. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. On 2nd down, Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Mike 47.
And that'll be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
47 to Mike, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check.
Throwing. Love. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Check, tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there.
Love looking to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 5. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Love. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. When you talk about Jamar Chase, one of the things that really stands out, his ability to take ordinary plays and then turn those into big ones. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second down at 4. Gibson here running out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A handoff for Gibson. Breaks a tackle. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's a give to Gibson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Love now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On third down, Love. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Uses the stiff arm. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
Fighting him off. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Once more, Gibson.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Logan Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Back to the ground with Gibson.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Gibson again.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Chase Young.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Washington 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd. Best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Love shreds the tackle, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Third and long for Love.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Love.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line, and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jerry Tillery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch safety creeping. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. 17. Check out right. Hot. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw now. Here's Love.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Love. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Back to throw.
Gets this to Gibson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus wind, no wind, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.